Hello learners, this is Teacher M and welcome to our math tutorial. Today's video is about fundamental operations on integers. I repeat, our video for today is about fundamental operations on integers. Let us define first what is integer. An integer includes whole numbers and negative whole numbers, meaning to say, it can be positive numbers, negative numbers, even zero is part of an integer. Let me give you a few examples. We have positive 10, negative 10, negative 6, positive 6, and like what I said earlier, even 0 is part of an integer. Now, let us proceed to the fundamental operations on integers. When you say fundamental operations, these are addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. But this time, I will share to you addition and subtraction of integers. Let us start with addition of integers. The question is how to add integers. These are conditions, steps, or rules to follow in order for us to add integers correctly. First, to add integers having the same sign, all you need to do is to keep the same sign and add the absolute value of each number. When you say absolute value, it describes the distance on the number line from 0. Say for example, when you say absolute value of 3, meaning to say that is the distance of 3 from 0, and that is 3. The absolute value of negative 5, meaning to say that is the distance of negative 5 from 0, and that is also a positive 5. Why? Because there is no negative measure when it comes to the distance. Did you get it now? So meaning to say, when you say absolute value, there is no a negative sign. It is always a positive sign. Did you get it? Now, to add integers having the same sign, meaning to say, when you add positive number plus positive number, the answer is also a positive number. When you add a negative number and a negative number, the answer is also a negative number. Example, 5 plus 8. Or you can read that also as positive 5 plus positive 8. The first step is keep the same sign of the integers. Since the sign of 5 is positive and the sign of 8 is also a positive, so the answer is a positive. Next, add the absolute value of each number. So, 5 plus 8 equals 13. So therefore, positive 5 plus positive 8 is equal to 13 or positive 13. Did you get it? Now, let us proceed to another example. What about negative 5 plus negative 8? Again, let us proceed to the first step. Keep the same sign of the integers. Since 5 is negative and 8 is also a negative, the answer is a negative. Then step 2, add the absolute value of each number. Neglect the sign of 5 and 8. Then add 5 plus 8 equals 13. So therefore, negative 5 plus negative 8 is equal to negative 13. Did you get it now? Alright. Another condition in adding integers is when you add integers with different signs. This time, integers with different signs. All you need to do is to keep the sign of the number with the largest absolute value and subtract the smallest absolute value from the largest. Meaning to say, when you add a negative number and a positive number, this positive number has greater value, absolute value than negative number, so the sign is a positive. Then, when you add a negative number plus a positive number, then this negative number has greater absolute value than positive number, the answer is a negative. Example: negative 7 plus 10 is, yon. The first step is keep the sign of the number with the largest absolute value. So, wag muna natin tignan yung sign. Which is greater, 10 or 7? Yes, the answer is 10. Now, let us copy the sign of 10. Since 10 is a positive, so therefore the answer is positive. Now, let us proceed to step 2. This time, since they are different sign, we can subtract the smallest absolute value from the largest. So, we can say 10 minus 7, the answer is 3. Therefore, negative 7 plus 10 is equal to positive 3 or simply 3. Did you get it? Alright, another example. What about positive 7 plus negative 10? First step, keep the sign of the number with the largest absolute value. In this case, we can say again that 10 is greater than 7. So therefore, we will use the sign of 10. And what is the sign of 10? That is negative. Now, step 2. Subtract the smallest value from the largest. Again, 10 minus 7, the answer is 3. So therefore, positive 7 plus negative 10, it is equal to negative 3. Did you get it? Now, it's your turn to try if you learn from the lesson. Let us try this. 12 plus 4. Negative 15 plus negative 10. 9 plus negative 16. So I will give you time to answer these 3 problems. Alright, so let us answer number 1. Positive 12 plus positive 4, they have the same positive, so the answer is positive. Then 12 plus 4 equals 16. Correct. Or simply, 16. Next, what about this, number 2? Negative 15 plus negative 10. Since they are the same negative, so the answer is a negative. 15 plus 10, the answer is 25. So therefore, negative 15 plus negative 10 is equal to negative 25. Now, number 3. 9 plus negative 16. Oh, they have different sign. So therefore, we can copy the sign of a number with a greater absolute value. Since 16 is greater than 9, so we can copy the sign of 16, and that is negative. After that, like what I said, dahil magkaiba sila, ang gagawin natin ay minus. 16 minus 9, what is the answer? Yes, you got it. That is 7. So therefore, positive 9 plus negative 16 is equal to negative 7. Now, let us proceed to another topic, which is subtraction of integers. But before that, let us have a short review first about the parts of subtraction. When you say 9 minus 3, what is the answer? Yes, that is 6. In this case, 9 is what we call a minuend, or the first number, and the second number is what we call subtrahend, and the answer in subtraction is what we call difference. Don't forget that. The first number is the minuend, the second number is the subtrahend, and the answer is what we call difference. The question is how to subtract integers. Like addition, there are also rules and conditions to follow in order for us to subtract integers. First, you have to copy the first integer, or what we call the minuend. Second, change the operation from subtraction to addition. May pagpapalit ng operation from subtraction to addition. And third, get the opposite sign of the second number. Did you get it? Now, let us proceed to the examples. Negative 15 minus 5. I repeat, negative 15 minus 5, or positive 5. The first step is copy the first integer, or what we call a minuend. So in this case, our first integer is negative 15. Second, change the operation from subtraction to addition. So from minus, we will change it to plus. Are you following? And the last is get the opposite sign of the second number, which is the subtrahend. So, since the second number is positive 5, we will change that to negative 5. Now we can proceed to addition rules. Negative 15 plus negative 5, they are the same negative. So the answer is yes, negative 15 plus 5, that is 20. So therefore, negative 15 plus negative 5 is negative 20. Or we can say negative 15 minus 5 equals negative 20. Did you get it now? Right. Next, another example. What about positive 12 minus negative 5? First step, copy the first integer. So the first integer is 12. Second step, change the operation from subtraction to addition. So we will change minus to plus. And the third step, get the opposite sign of the second number, what we call the subtrahend. Since the second number here, or the second integer here, is negative 5, we will change that to positive 5. Now, we can proceed to addition rules. 12 plus 5, what is the answer? Yes, 17. Therefore, 12 minus negative 5 is 17, or positive 17. Did you get it? Now, it's your turn, and let us see what you have learned from this lesson. Positive 20 minus negative 7. I will give you 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up. Now let us answer. So copy the first integer, that is 20, then change the operation from subtraction to addition, then get the opposite of negative 7, that is positive 7. So therefore, we can say that 20 plus 7. So 20 plus 7 equals 27. So positive 20 minus negative 7 is equal to positive 27. Now number 2. Negative 30 minus negative 10. Another 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up. Now let us answer. Yes! We will copy first the first integer, and that is negative 30. Then change the operation from subtraction to addition. Then get the opposite of negative 10, and that is positive 10. Then proceed to addition. Negative 30 plus positive 10. Remember, they have different sign. So therefore, we will copy the sign of a number with a greater absolute value. Since 30 is greater than 10, so we can copy the sign of 30, and that is negative. Now, 30 minus 10 equals 20. So therefore, negative 30 minus negative 10 is equal to negative 20. I hope you learned a lot about this lesson, and for our next video, I will teach you on how to multiply and divide integers. But for today, I hope you enjoy watching. And again, this is Teacher M na nagsasabing hindi man lahat ng bata or hindi man lahat ng estudyante ay mahilig sa numero, pero kapag nalaman ang sikreto kung paano matuto, masasabi mong, love ko to!